A Christmas photo of Harry, Meghan, Archie and Lili has demolished a carefully crafted operation that the Sussexes appear to be waging. Why reveal what their children look like? Why put them on display when it was not necessary and it would have made perfect sense for them to remain artfully obscured in shots such as this one? There was no clamoring, uproarious public demand for Harry and Meghan to offer up their son and daughter for us the prying public, so why? Don't lose sight of the fact here too that Harry and Meghan are officially civilians, therefore there is no expectation or requirement that they put out a card at all. That they continue to do so is entirely their own choice. Firstly, and most obviously, we can see Archie and Lili's faces. The world has not seen his little face since May 2020 when his parents released a video of him on his mum's knee to mark his first birthday, while little Lili has been kept firmly out of the spotlight since she arrived 6 months ago. It had looked very much like this was going to remain the status quo, and it would not have come as a surprise at all if this year's Sussex card featured the young pair obscured or their faces somehow hidden. After all, last year's Christmas card was a slightly odd illustration of a photograph which offered zero clues about what Archie might actually look like, while to mark his second birthday this year, the image they released showed the tot from the back. Given Harry and Meghan's long-running war to shield their son from the lenses of the baying media, this all made perfect sense. The couple have made no secret of their deep-seated resentment for what have become the etched-in-stone demands on royal parents when it came to access to their progeny. Cast your mind back to May 2019 when Archie entered the world, and one of the key points of friction between the Sussexes and much of the media was their refusal to share him with the world in the usual sort of post-hospital camera free-for-all. Similarly, as the weeks and months drifted by after Lili was born with nary a charming image of even a chubby little hand or a heart-melting tiny foot, it looked increasingly like we might never see her face in any sort of official image. It is incredibly hard here to draw any conclusion, but that they must know what 24-karat PR this photo of the four of them represents, and the incredible power and potency of this image of them as a damn near perfect modern family. But, back to what is really bewildering here, i.e., the big Archie and Lili reveal. Up until now, Harry and Meghan have assiduously, and totally understandable, shielded their little ones and done everything they can to minimize their exposure. Footage of the duo and Archie playing on the beach was shown during their bombshell Oprah interview, but we never saw his face. In May, when Harry's TV series The Me You Can't See was released, it included a clip of the prince and his son on swings. Again, delightful, and again, Archie's face was never shown. Whether wittingly or not, they have just managed to demolish that carefully crafted and maintained wall of privacy they have built around their kids. In the wake of Sussexes sharing this image, it makes it that much harder for them to retain the moral high ground should they demand their kids be left alone. It will be difficult for them to occupy a position of moral outrage if and when their children are snapped in places when they are willing to expose their kids when it suits them. There is one last big takeaway from the holiday card we need to talk about: how damn happy they look. No matter what your views might be on Megxit or their decision to air all the royal family's dirty laundry on TV, or to write a memoir, or get chickens, or get into bed with corporate giant after corporate giant, what is undeniable is that their new vitamin D dappled lives clearly suit them perfectly.